Hi, Wellness Wizards. I'm Brian Hogan, life coach, filmmaker, clinical therapist, and creator of the S.H.I.F.T method. S.H.I.F.T stands for Somatic, Holistic, Internal Family Tapping. It's an integration of emotional freedom techniques and internal family systems therapy, where we bring the body's wisdom and the mind's parts into dialogue. Today, in just 15 minutes, we're going to shift your relationship with one of the most misunderstood parts of all, your inner critic. This voice can sound mean, sharp, relentless. Mine is a total jackass, but underneath it's just another part trying to keep you safe. And mine knows just what buttons to push inside me. But together we will explore what that inner critic is protecting, what it needs, and how to bring compassion where judgment tends to live. All you need is your body, your breath, and your willingness to listen with kindness. So S.H.I.F.T means somatic, S, we heal through the body. Holistic, H, we include every layer of our experience. I and F for internal family, we meet each part as it truly is, not as the mind labels it. And the T for tapping, we calm the nervous system with touch, rhythm, breath, and presence. So as you tap along, remember, we're not trying to silence this critic. We're creating enough safety for it to tell the truth about why it works so hard, the way that it works so hard. So take a nice, slow, deep breath, and as you exhale, picture the part of you that tends to criticize. Maybe it uses harsh words, you can tune into what those are, or it points out flaws, or it keeps running the score of how you're doing. Notice where you feel this critic in your body. Maybe the jaw, maybe your chest or stomach. You don't need to change anything, just notice, and then begin tapping on the side of your hand, even though this inner critic feels loud and harsh. I'm willing to listen, even though it can sound cruel. I know it's trying to help in its own way. Even though part of me resents it, I can be curious instead of afraid. Top of the head, this inner critic has a purpose. Eyebrow, it thinks it's protecting me. Side of the eye, it believes criticism keeps me safe. Under the eye, it's afraid I'll be hurt or rejected. Under the nose, it tries to control pain by preventing failure. Chin, it learned this a long time ago. Collarbone, it's been working hard to protect me. And under the arm, I can begin to listen with compassion. Okay, close your eyes and take a nice, slow, deep breath in through the nose, and then a long, slow exhale through pursed lips like this. This kind of breathing lets your body know that you're safe. And just tune in now. What does the inner critic believe would happen if it stopped being critical? Just tune inward as you ask these questions. When did your inner critic first learn that being hard on you might help? What does your body feel as you acknowledge that? If it feels genuine from yourself, thank this part for trying to protect you, even if the method has been painful. Just extend whatever amount of gratitude feels genuine. And now imagine this critic could speak freely, not from meanness, but from truth. Let it tell you what it's afraid of, what it's been trying to prevent. So begin tapping on the side of your hand. Even though this part has been harsh, I want to know its story. Even though I've hated hearing its voice, I'm willing to listen now. Even though it thinks it must protect me through pressure, I can appreciate its effort. Top of the head, it's been trying to motivate me. Eyebrow, it wants me to avoid embarrassment. Side of the eye, it fears being judged or rejected. Under the eye, it learned perfection meant safety. Under the nose, it carries anxiety disguised as control. Chin, it's done its best with what it knew. Collarbone, I can appreciate its good intentions. Underarm, I can hold space for this voice with kindness. Okay, stop tapping and take that nice, slow, deep breath in through the nose with a long, slow exhale through pursed lips, allowing your body to know that it's safe. And with your eyes closed, just tune inside and check in with the part and see what specific fears does your critic carry. Fear of failure, rejection, chaos, shame. Just check in and see whatever comes up. It's okay. And hypothetically, because we're not asking this part to change right now, but if it didn't have to do the job that it does, what would it rather be doing instead of criticizing? Just notice what comes up for you. Can you sense what this part most needs from self right now? Reassurance, rest, trust. Maybe it just feels overwhelmed and wants to be left alone. That's all okay. Offer this part some kindness and just allow it to be. And invite the critic to set down the clipboard, the checklist, the megaphone, just for a moment. You might imagine it sighing, relaxing its shoulders, realizing it doesn't have to do this job alone anymore. And then begin tapping on the side of your hand. Even though my critic is tired, I can offer it rest. Even though it carried heavy expectations, I can share the load. Even though it's been my inner taskmaster, I can now lead with self. Top of the head, this part can rest. Eyebrow, it doesn't have to monitor every move. Side of the eye, it can trust self to lead wisely. Under the eye, it can take a breath. Under the nose, it's done so much for so long. Under the chin, I can thank it for its service. Collarbone. I can offer it comfort. Under the arm. We can work together now. Okay, close your eyes. Take the nice, deep, healing breath in through the nose with a longer, slower exhale through pursed lips. And with your eyes closed or cast down, just tune in. What does your body feel as the tension begins to ease? Ask the critic if it could hand this job over to the self. What might it feel? And it's okay if it's skeptical. We're not asking it to change. We're just asking it to imagine what it might be like if it didn't have to do this job alone anymore. Check in with the critic and just see what new role might it like to have. Advisor, quality checker, encourager. See what comes up from the critic's deepest truth. Now imagine your inner critic sitting with the rest of your internal family, the part that feels small, the one that wants to try, the one that's afraid to fail, and you yourself are in the center, calm, confident, compassionate. Tapping on the side of your hand, even though these parts once fought for control, they can find common ground. Even though my critic used to dominate, it can now collaborate. Even though I once felt divided, I can now feel whole. Top of the head. Each part has a purpose. Eyebrow. The critic can share wisdom without shame. Side of the eye. The exiled parts can feel safe. Under the eye. The motivated parts can feel supported. Under the nose. They can all belong. Chin. Self-energy holds them together. Collarbone. Compassion leads now. Under the arm. This is inner harmony. And we're just going to keep tapping on the side of our hand. And we're going to allow this compassion and this inner harmony to radiate outward. So let the calm, self-led energy expand from you, from your inner system into the world around you. Imagine everyone's inner critic softening at the same time, creating a field of compassion and clarity. Even though judgment is everywhere, I can lead with kindness. Even though the world criticizes, I can model compassion. Even though harshness once felt safe, I can embody grace. Top of the head. My kindness ripples outward. Eyebrow. My inner peace teaches others. Side of the eye. My critic is now my ally. Under the eye. It reminds me to pause with love. Under the nose. It trusts my leadership. Chin. We are in this together. Collarbone. My healing helps the collective. Under the arm. This is the shift. Okay, stop tapping, close your eyes, and take a nice deep breath in through the nose and a long, slow exhale through pursed lips. And just tune in as you do that. What does your inner critic want to remember from today? Just let come up whatever comes up. How will you remind your inner critic and yourself that safety and kindness can coexist? Just notice and reflect on what living from this calmer inner dialogue might look like in daily life, in your relationships, in your creativity, in your choices. Take a nice deep breath. You've just completed a full shift. Somatic, holistic, internal family tapping, focused on your inner critic. You listened to its fears, honored its motives, and offered it compassion. That's what healing looks like. Not fighting our parts, but befriending them. If this practice resonated, save it, share it, or repeat it whenever the inner critic gets loud. And each time you return to self, you rewrite the story of how you speak to yourself and how humanity learns to speak to itself too. I trust you, humanity. I will see you in the next video.